Hey everybody, it's Chloe DeMiro, Save Victual. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes, and it is time for our quarterly empties, our quarterly favorites, and how we're doing on our no buy, low buy. So if that's what you're into, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Okay, so here we are. Here is the beginning of April. This is for January, February, and March. We're going to be going over some favorites, some empties, and then how I've been doing on the no buy, low buy for 2025. All right, let's do the empties because I know people want to see the favorites, but let's do this first. There isn't a lot, so this should be pretty quick. All right, so we've got some usual suspects. We have the Ordinary Hair Care, the shampoo, and the conditioner. This is no longer available at Sephora, so I have been gone back to buying directly from the Ordinary. So if I need any Ordinary skincare, I order some while I am doing my shampoo and conditioner. So there we go. They carry everything Ordinary in Sephora, but they don't carry this anymore. I don't know why, but there we are. So I've used quite a few of these. You've probably seen them quite a few times. Another favorite, as you know, is cleansing balms. I've been using the P. Louise Make It Melt Strawberries and Cream Lip Balm. I loved this. I used it as, oh, it still smells like strawberries. So good. I was gifted this. The person didn't use it. I can't remember now if I got this one from Wilma or if I got it from Martha. Both of them have gotten some P. Louise, or if I bought this. Did I buy this? Did I buy this? Did I get this? Maybe no, I probably got this on Poshmark. I think with two other things. If I'm wrong, one of those two can tell me. But anyways, I really liked it. It lasted a long time. A little bit goes a long way. It works really good. Doesn't give me filmy eye. I would totally, if I could have easy access to this, I would highly recommend, and I would buy it again. If it comes in multiple smells, I was gonna say flavors, but that's the wrong word, I would try a different one, but I really like the strawberries and cream. Let's see here. It is mostly skincare. Yeah, I don't think I really have. So there's one thing here, it's just sad to note. This is from Melt. This is the, one of their shiny ones. I think this came with the, I want to say, Beetlejuice collection. It is finally dried out. I'm not really good with using, unless it's like liquid foundation, blushes and stuff. I'm really not good at remembering to use the eyeliner pots and the liquid eyeshadow. So I did try using it with a bit of a thing that makes things malleable again. Don't want to use the M word. But it didn't work the same, so this unfortunately has to go. I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last empties. That's why they're not here, but just in case I didn't, I did have to get rid of all my Lethal Cosmetics ones as well, as they all finally dried out. And it was mostly because I had forgotten to use most of them. Do have a few liquidy things still left, but I better get on that. So I think that's the only, oh no, there's two makeup things. And then this one is, I'm going to keep the case because it is technically refillable. This is, as you can tell, there's nothing in there because I had to throw it away. Oh, maybe there's a smidge dug deep in there. Oh, it stinks so bad. I have to scrape that out before I put a new one in. But this is from Hourglass. I bought this years ago. They had come out with the red. You can see the little bug there that mimicked carmine, which is what makes a lot of red lipsticks reds if they're not vegan. But to get to the reddest of reds, I went to use it and it went off. It stunk so bad I just broke it off, threw it in the garbage. But the case is adorable. I can still get refills. Maybe at some point I'll get a refill, but it did go off relatively quickly. So it would be one that I would have to make sure I did a concerted effort to use it. So there we go. So that's classified as an empty. Another now usual suspect is my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Eye Repair. I love this thing. I just ran out. Thank goodness Sephora sale starts on Tuesday, so I can get this on sale because this shit's $100. $100. It lasts me at least 3 or so months. I use very little bit. I just use it at night because it is very emollient, but that shit's expensive, so I try to only buy it when it's on the sale. I know, dumb, but here we are. I also tried, this is from Azure. This is the vitamin C and collagen moisturizing night cream. It is a Korean skincare brand. It is very good. I used all of it. I really like this. I have a similar one from another brand that I should hopefully be starting soon, but we did use that up. If I was looking for it again and I couldn't find it, so I found the other one that was similar, so I'll try it. But if I see that again, I would buy that as well. So again, this is Azure Vitamin C and Collagen Night Cream or face cream. I've got a lip condition mask from P. Louise. It's also in the like a fruity strawberry type flavor. I really like this. I use almost the whole thing. There was a teeny bit left on the bottom. It was getting a bit crunchy because I've had this open for a long time on my desk. You use it for work. I have a few others that I'm working on now, but I really enjoyed that. So again, if I had access to that again, I probably would get it again. But I do have a few other lip masks to use, so it would be a while till I need to buy a new one. Let's see here. We have got here, this is from Empties. This is a Canadian skincare brand. This one, again, I think this was the first tube I've used of this particular product, but I really do like them. I just don't like their their makeup stuff. So their makeup setting spray and their primer I didn't like, but their regular skincare I love. And this is their vitamin C 24 cream. I really like this. If I do another order and I need some more vitamin C cream, I do have a couple. But if I need another one, I would definitely get that again. Two more things. One here, so I've just opened my second bottle because I bought it of two. This is from Innisfree. This is the Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel of 50. I love this stuff. This is the second bottle I bought. I had tried a bottle beginning of last year or beginning of summer, bought another 2-pack and which came with a sample. So I used the sample and I used this, and I've got one more than trying. So I will have to do an order soon. Amazon carries some Innisfree stuff. I've seen some stuff on Sephora now, but nobody seems to carry this one. So I will probably have to go direct to one of the Korean websites to grab that. And then last but not least, it didn't quite, and this is not the color's fault, it is the I didn't get it bleached enough, but as it's fading out, I'm quite liking how it's fading. But this is the X Mondo color. This is in the slate gray. It was definitely darker gray than I wanted. Again, in some parts it came a little bit brown, but now it's just washing it out. It's coming out as a nice gray. So I do have these came. It was Sally's Beauty was having a sale. Buy two, get one free. So it came to like $22 versus like I think about the $40 or something like that. So anyways, I have used 1.5 up and then I've got 1.5 left. I really like this. Like I said, I did my hair from black to lighter to try to get it to go gray, but this is a darker gray, but it's kind of okay. Just that I got the permanent dye out. Now it's a semi-permanent. So when it's back in a slightly healthier state again, I can bleach it again. And then once this is faded, and then hopefully I can get to the gray that I like, but at least I'm halfway there. So anyways, I did quite like it because you just do it on dry hair. You don't need any mixing. It has bonding in it. So I quite liked it. If I was doing funky colors still, I would try that. Or if I did want to go back red, I would. But like I said, I'm liking how this is fading out quite a bit. So again, my hair, I'm still doing deep conditioning to kind of fix it from the bleach. But, and I have the toner from here too as well, so I think it's pretty good. Kind of like it. I bet you the funky colors would be more better. But that's it. I have quite a few other things that are partway there, but didn't quite make it to the being totally empty yet. So we'll have more in the next quarter. So there we go. So next up, let's do our favorites. So again, I am in a no buy, low buy. And what I mean by low buy is unless I run out of something or it's Cosmic Beauty. And one of the few favorites here, at first I wasn't going to get it. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not even going to get this one from Cosmic Beauty. And then I saw swatches and then I had to get it. So, and I still have a FOMO from having missed out on the very first one. I watch Poshmark all the time to see if somebody wants to unload theirs. But anyways, so favorites. So I was lent a few things from Martha and I love them. Almost all of them. There was one I did a new brand. I liked it, but because it had so many glitters in it, I'm not putting it as favorites. So if I remember, I will pop the video up here or somewhere in here. But let's see. So first off, we're going to go with the Nomad Chicago speakeasy. I love speakeasies. I go, well, there's been quite a few opening in Vancouver recently. I just did one that was Hidden Wonders. It was a speakeasy slash magic show slash comedy. It was so good. It wasn't really speakeasy in the terms of cocktails. You could get some non-alcoholic drinks and snacks, but the vibe was very speakeasy. We really quite liked it. With you needed to you got a key and you had to find the hole to get in, and yeah, it was very, very cool. But anywho's, so there is this. My very first Nomad was the Orient Express, which was the one in the blue velvet. Had I known this come in this red velvet, and was quite matching. I don't know why I didn't connect it. I probably would have got it at the time, but luckily I got to borrow it. And I use this for one of my Makeup by the Decade looks, and look, it is very beautiful. I think the reason why I originally didn't get it as well was I liked that row, and I think I like this half. I have now enough neutrals in my world so that I don't really need palettes with neutral in it, but I am feeling kind of FOMO about it. So if ever it went down to some kind of really super Mondo crazy cheap sale, I would probably pick it up. I really did like this silvery green shade, this light green shade. Oh my god, I want to pop it out and keep it. I won't Martha, trust me, but it is very pretty. So I really enjoyed that palette. Let's see here before I get to all the same brand. So two of my last buys. So this one I had bought before the new year, and maybe it came in the new year. But anyways, it's the Dexter one from Lethal. I really like this a lot. So, and I've been using it more January, February, March. So we'll call it a favorite for this quarter. But it is beautiful. Look at that. My kind of color story. And Dexter's one of my favorite shows. I watch it over and over. So this was a big favorite. I also got the brushes, which I really like. That came in a roll, and I got one of the lip oils or lip gloss, lip stain. It's okay. It's a very pretty color, but you really have to kind of go to really get it to do anything. So I would probably use it more as a topper, but the eyeshadows are awesome, and I do love me a Lethal eyeshadow. So that was very cool. And then speaking of things, this is the Lovers. So this is Cosmic Beauty. It's in their normal same packaging size, so you can nicely save it with your with the rest of your collection. But it technically does go like this, like a tarot card, and it is this beautiful color story here. And again, like I was saying, I have enough neutrals, so like, you know, that Nomad one, I don't really need to get it. Like this one has a few neutrals in it, and I do some other palettes. But when I saw these swatched, I had to have it. Their formula is so beautiful. I really do like this quadrant here. This one's quite nice, but this here is absolutely stunning. The purple here are lovely. They do a beautiful shimmer, and their mattes are spectacular. So I do love the Cosmic Beauty, and that's where I have my yeah, I don't want FOMO anymore. So this is the one brand that always gives me FOMO if I even think about missing it. So here we are. So now we're going to do some of the 3 of the same brand, and it is P. Louise. First, I have to get one of their blush palettes at some point. It's a need. This is, I think, the 3rd palette I've tried. I'm still wanting from the Christmas or November mystery box of last year. I think the bigger one was, I want to say it's either 6 or 8 shades. I want it so bad, but this is really good as well. This is the Frozen Flush Blush palette, and these are all beautiful colors. I'm actually wearing this one right now. It's beautiful. Her blush, there's, for powder blushes, I'm normally, you know, whatever, but the P. Louise and the Trixie Cosmetics have blushes that I can just go to town, smack them all over my face. They look good, and I love them. So there we go. And then from the same set, which I think might have been because Martha likes some of the budget boxes, and then she's on TikTok, or she has a TikTok. I don't have a TikToker, so I don't know, but usually the promos for what's going to be in the newest one show up there in time, so that way you can make a not a rash decision, a proper decision if that's the mystery box or budget box you want. They've been knocking it out of the park on a few of them, and what's really good is within the price you usually get full-sized, really cool palettes. And this is the Mirror Mirror on the Wall. I promised myself I'll achieve it all. my Frosty Fairy Tale. This, I really love this. Now, I was gifted the blue palette, which I love, so I really don't need any of these blues. But I really like it. And normally I'm not much for face palettes, but I don't mind some highlighters mixed in with eyeshadows because you can use highlighters as highlighters, but you can also use them as eyeshadows. You can use them as on your brow bone, you know, they use. But this is beautiful. And these shades of blue are very gorgeous. Especially this like slatey gray here is really beautiful. And this light blue I really like. The shimmer is really gorgeous. I really like these two highlighters. These are a bit dark, but again, like I said, these are something that I would use more on the eyeball than I would use on, on my face. But I really thought this was really cool. This is not mine, but it's still a favorite. I did a video with this, and I think I've worn this 2 or 3 times to create looks with it. I really quite, including today, this brown, and this brown are on my eyes, and now I just popped some highlighter on it. This is from my 1940s video. And I did put, even though highlighter wasn't a thing in the 1940s, I did put a little bit of this in my inner corner because I liked it. So I really like this palette. It's not going to be fun having to give it back. But again, I can't have all the makeup. I just cannot have all the makeup. But this is amazing. And then last but not least, she also lent me this palette here. And this is the P. Louise. It's Be a Dreamer, Babe. Take that risk. What if you fly? It says palette for eye and face. And now this one, I like how it's like a book. This is very cool. Sometimes they're just a little crazy with their packaging. So the first part here is a mirror, and it just takes up so much of this. You could have actually had another palette in here instead, and it's just a mirror. I'm gonna try not to blind you, but first page here is like oranges and reds. The second page, this page, I just love this so much. I did a look for the speakeasy I went to on Friday, which was not good. These colors here, oh my god, with a little bit of the yellow shimmer, so beautiful. I would just like to have this page. I was gonna say maybe, no, this page. And then last but not least are the purples and the pinks, which are really pretty. I haven't just used that yet, but I've used this. I want to do a look with the green row before I give it back. And I was really excited about the oranges, reds, and yellows, so I might want to do a look with that as well, even if it's just for work. So that's it. So those were my favorites. And I didn't buy any of them except for the Dexter and the Lovers. So there is that. So they were things that I borrowed. So that leads me into my last thing, and that's how did I do for January, February, and March. Now for January, this was the Valentine's release, the Lovers. So like I said, this was part of my thing that I said if there was any one brand that I would buy from, it would be Cosmic Beauty. The eyeshadows, unless it was like skincare or something I ran out of foundation or whatever. It's not like I'm going to run out of blushes, highlighters, and lipsticks, but here we are. But I did end up literally, I was like, look, I bought nothing else for January, nothing else for February, nothing else for March. And then I went to a market in the last week of March and I came across this. And this is the only other thing I bought. This is the Tear foundation, which I'm wearing today. This has gone viral everywhere. Seen it at Amazon. It's been on my Amazon wish list for a long time, but it was one of those things, if you don't see it in person, sometimes the color photos aren't always the best. So it was like, I don't know. And then I was at a market and then I saw from across the room that skincare, Korean skincare. So I was all excited and I ran over and they actually had these and they had a few of the colors and one of the colors that I thought would be my color, and it is. And it is like so. So you get a little mirror, you got your little poof. This you just, it's like where your poof lives. And then you flip this over and then you have your cushion there. It looks dark, but I think it's more the screen cushion. You just literally need to go, and I'm not going to do it now, but it's literally just a nice tap, like a little press, and you get quite a bit. Sometimes if I don't press hard enough, I might have to do another little press. And then usually I just pop a few spots on there and then I use my sponge to finish off. I think they say using the brush is best, but I still like using my my sponge. I thought I would try it with sponge first, and if I didn't like it, then I would go for blush. And I don't do it too heavy. I do it very lightly, as you can see. So you can see normal bits of my skin coming through, and then that would be easy to, as you can see, clean off. And then you just pop your sponge in there, and there we go. This is in 17 and vanilla. I think they have the 17 and 17p, I think, which is more pinky one, but I can do some like the Ordinary. I can do in their more pink tone ones and their neutral tones. This one, definitely the neutral, looked like it was more my shade, and I think it is exactly my shade. So there we go. So I think I did really good. One on the yes pile, or as in I was approved to buy this not on my no pile, but when you've seen what I've been buying of the last 5 or so years, 6 years, 7 years, is a lot. So this is really good for 3 months, don't you think? I think so. So anyways, that's it from me. Hopefully this wasn't too long, but if you like this video, please give a like, a comment, and subscribe. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.